When you invest in a company, you aren't just buying some random ticker symbol flashing on a screen. You're actually becoming an owner of that business. And as an owner, the absolute most important question you need answered is simply this: how well is management using my money? Welcome to this explainer, where today we're unlocking the secret weapon used by legendary investors to spot truly durable, high-quality businesses. We are going to master ROE, or return on equity. Okay, let's dive right into a quite thought experiment to get our heads around this. Picture two completely identical, highly profitable companies. Let's call them Company A and Company B. Both of these businesses bring in a massive $1 billion in profit every single year. They're both super profitable, both have incredibly loyal customers, and on the surface, they look exactly the same. But what if I told you one of them is literally twice as efficient at using its owner's money to grow? Which one would you rather own? Well, this comparison perfectly illustrates why efficiency matters so much. Let's scale the numbers up a bit to really see the impact. Imagine both companies have $100 billion in shareholder money. Company A earns $10 billion from it, giving us a 10% return. But Company B, they take that exact same $100 billion and earn $20 billion. That's a 20% return. Even with the exact same starting capital, Company B is making your money work twice as hard. Section 1. The Warren Buffett secret: efficiency over size. This right here is exactly why legendary investors, especially Warren Buffett, look right past raw size. Instead, they focus relentlessly on how efficiently management actually uses the owner's money. It's the critical difference between a business that's just bloated and big and one that operates as a relentless profit-generating machine. To find those highly efficient machines, they rely on ROE. By definition, return on equity measures exactly how much profit a company generates for every single dollar of shareholders' equity. And just as a quick reminder, equity is simply the piece of the company that actually belongs to you, the owners, after subtracting all liabilities from the assets.
Section 2, unpacking the ROE formula, simple math.
Now, the formula for calculating ROE is actually surprisingly straightforward. It's a really powerful tool you can use yourself, zero corporate finance jargon required. By walking through these 3 simple steps, the intimidating billions just cancel out, and we are left with basic arithmetic. Step 1. Find the net income. Let's say our company brings in $30 billion. That's the profit left after the bills and taxes are paid. Step 2. Find the shareholders' equity. In our example, let's say the balance sheet shows $150 billion. And step 3, you just divide that $30 billion of net income by the $150 billion of equity. And what's really interesting here is our final result: a highly efficient 20% return. When you divide 30 by 150, you get 0.20. Express that as a percentage, and boom, you're looking at a very healthy 20% ROE. So what does this actually mean in plain English? It means this business is a true profit-generating machine. It's turning every single dollar of yours into 20 cents of pure profit. And naturally, the higher this percentage goes, the more efficiently the company is using its owner's capital to build massive wealth. Section 3, real-world ROE champions, Apple and Coca-Cola. Let's anchor this mathematical concept in reality by looking at some familiar household names. These are companies that have historically delivered incredible value, precisely because they understand the mechanics of ROE. Buffett uses ROE to find businesses with what he calls a durable competitive advantage. That essentially means they can consistently earn high profits without needing massive, constant injections of new capital. If a company can pull this off year after year, it almost certainly has some kind of secret sauce. Maybe a powerful brand, an incredibly loyal customer base, or strong pricing power that its competitors just cannot copy. Apple is an absolutely perfect example of this. Their ecosystem and services allow them to generate massive earnings relative to the capital invested by shareholders. They command premium prices for their products, right? Plus, their tightly integrated ecosystem creates fierce loyalty, and their services, like the App Store, generate constant recurring revenue. This unmatched efficiency is a huge reason why they are one of the most successful businesses on the planet today. Similarly, Coca-Cola is an absolute classic Buffett investment. But instead of rapid tech innovation, they rely on decades of brand loyalty and a massive global distribution network to keep those returns on equity incredibly high. Think about it. People in hundreds of countries buy their drinks every single day. They don't need to constantly reinvent the wheel. Their brand strength and consistent daily demand drive massive, efficient returns on shareholder capital over very, very long periods of time. Section 4. Beware the debt trap, the flaw in the formula.
Okay, but there is a pretty major plot twist here. An incredibly high ROE isn't always a guarantee of a healthy, high-quality company. In fact, if you only look at that final percentage, you might step right into what investors call the debt trap. To understand the twist, we have to look back at our foundational balance sheet equation to see exactly how this math can be legally manipulated. Remember, assets equal liabilities plus shareholders' equity. And liabilities, of course, include debt. This little equation right here is the key to understanding how ROE can sometimes totally mislead you. This brilliantly illustrates the danger we're talking about. A massive 40% ROE might just mean the company is drowning in dangerous debt just to make their efficiency look better than it actually is. Here's how the logic works. If management takes on a huge amount of debt, the shareholders' equity portion shrinks. And because equity is the bottom number in our ROE formula, shrinking that denominator artificially inflates the final ROE percentage. So they look incredibly efficient on paper, but in reality, they are highly leveraged and potentially very fragile. So the crucial point here is to always check the debt levels before blindly assuming a high ROE means you found the next great stock. Experienced investors literally never look at ROE in a vacuum. You have to contrast a high ROE driven by actual business efficiency, like we saw with Apple and Coca-Cola, with a high ROE that's just fueled by a dangerous debt-heavy balance sheet.
Section 5, wrapping up ROE, the power of consistency.
Okay, we've looked at the math, the real-world champions, and the potential pitfalls. Now let's talk about time. Looking at a 4-year period clearly demonstrates why long-term investors vastly prefer a steady, reliable performer over a company with wild, unstable profit swings. Just like with revenue or earnings, you want consistency. A steady company hovering around 18 to 21% shows reliable, efficient management. But a volatile company bouncing from 35% down to 8, up to 24, and crashing to 5, that suggests major instability or a business heavily affected by unpredictable events. To summarize this explainer, remember to use ROE as your lens for management efficiency. It tells you exactly how well they're using your money. Look for companies with durable advantages, like strong brands. But please don't get fooled by the debt trap. Always verify that a high ROE isn't just masking a mountain of borrowing, and make sure to look for a multi-year track record of consistency. Combine this efficiency check with a broader look at overall financial health, and you are golden. In our next explainer, we're going to explore free cash flow, which acts as the actual lifeblood and fuel for this highly efficient corporate engine. Think of it this way. ROE shows us how efficient the engine is, but free cash flow is the cold, hard cash a company actually has left over after paying to maintain and grow the business. You definitely won't want to miss that piece of the puzzle. So, what does this all mean for you today? Well, here is my challenge to you. Go look up the ROE for your absolute favorite stock right now. Look at the last 3 years. Are they truly efficient, or is that number artificially inflated by debt? Run the math, check the balance sheet, and see for yourself if they pass the Warren Buffett efficiency test. Thanks so much for joining me today, and I'll see you in the next one.